Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is a weekly tarot forecast for the week beginning 23rd of June 2025. This is a pick a card reading, so the way this works is that you choose the pile that you feel most drawn to, and then using the timestamps in the description box you can go straight to the point in the video that refers to the card you have chosen. And to help you choose your card, I have also added some crystals. So this is pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Feel free to stop the video for a moment to make your choice. Hello pile number 1. If you have felt drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading for the week beginning 23rd of June 2025. So let's have a look at your significator card. Heaven Sent. First thing I notice is that how much color coordinated this card is with the crystal that you've chosen, which is an amethyst. Heaven Sent. It's definitely something positive coming your way this week. A heaven sent, which is a blessing. That's a good start. I would like to get a few more oracle cards and then get to the tarot cards to get some clarification on this message. What else does pile number 1 need to know for the week beginning 23rd of June 2025? What other messages do we have? Whoops, there's 2. Failure and imagination. Immediately the 2 come together in my head as a failure of the imagination. This is this expression that comes to me, and the failure of the imagination means that if you can't see a solution or a way forward in a given situation, then it is because you cannot imagine it. Not because it doesn't exist, but because you cannot imagine what it might look like. And if we look at the cards in more detail, failure says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So I have a feeling that this week, a blessing will indeed come your way, and a blessing that you have not even been able to imagine. So there will be a solution to a problem that you might have been experiencing that you could not have possibly imagined, and that will be a blessing to you. Let's get one more oracle card and then move on to the tarot cards. What else does pile number 1 need to know? Fruition, change, realization. Okay, I need to make more space, especially once we get the tarot cards out. Yes, so I think there has been some change in your life, some challenge, and this week something is coming to fruition. A solution will come, a heaven-sent solution, a blessing that you could not have possibly imagined, and with that comes a big realization for you. A big learning curve, I believe, will come to you from this experience, where you are experiencing a blessing so big, so magical that you could not have possibly imagined it, that will bring a conclusion, a fruition to an issue, a challenge, a change that you have been going through. Very, very positive. Now let's get some tarot cards thrown in the mix. I need to see how I'm going to fit them in. Maybe we put them to the side of these cards. Okay, let's see. What else does pile number 1 need to know for the week beginning 23rd of June? Okay, right, let's see. We've got a 6 of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, Mäßigkeit again, and the Devil. You have indeed been in a very difficult situation that's given you quite a lot of heartbreak, sorrow, worry, pain, emotional pain. You've left something behind and started something new, I believe, and that's where the change comes in. There were lots of decisions that you had to make without seeing a way forward. You've been in quite a situation where you had to put a lot of faith in moving forward without quite knowing where you're going and if it's all going to work out. I really get the impression that you've made a new start, and that it's been quite challenging. This is balance, this image to me, this card, and I can't remember the English word for it. But either way, I know the meaning of it. And it is about balance, about equilibrium. And I do believe that equilibrium is going to be restored for you. And I believe with the Devil underneath the Two of Cups and seeing this couple here, I do believe that the situation you have been going through has been putting a bit of a strain on your relationship. And that with this heaven-sent blessing that is coming this week, this will improve. So the good news for this week is for you that the challenging times that you have been going through, the insecurities that you've been experiencing are coming to an end, and you're being rewarded for having done something that I believe was quite brave, started something new, stepped into uncertainty, taken that leap of faith, and the universe is rewarding that right now. This week you're going to see results and blessings that you could not have possibly imagined. And it will have a really positive impact on your relationship that might have been put under a bit of strain in this situation. Lovely news for this week. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you have, feel free to like, comment or subscribe. And I hope to see you back soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome pile number 2. If this is the card and or crystal you felt drawn to, then this is going to be your reading for the week beginning 23rd of June 2025. So let's see what general energies we're getting for you. What beautiful card. And again, like in pile number 1, perfectly color coordinated with the stone you've chosen. I'm getting a nature vibe straight away from all of this. And the card says restore and replenish. So my first feeling is that this is going to be a week where you will get the opportunity, or maybe you are also advised to take the opportunity to restore and replenish, possibly by spending some time in nature. Let's see what other oracle cards we're getting for you before we dive into the tarot. What other messages does pile 2 need to hear for this upcoming week of 23rd of June? We have self-esteem and regret. Regret, I know that I cannot change the past, and self-esteem, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I'm getting the impression that you have taken a bit of a knock, that something happened that knocked your self-esteem, that you feel regret around. Yes, I feel like you've been knocked down. And there's this saying, when you're falling down, why not roll over, look at the sky and take a rest? You're already on the floor. And that is the general feeling I'm getting from these cards. That, because when you look at her as well, I mean, she's really curling into the embryo position, you know, really curling in on herself, seeking protection, shelter, and nourishment, and hiding herself almost away from the world. And I do feel like that this need or to restore and replenish this week comes from having had quite a difficult time that knocked you sideways a little bit. And the cards are saying to you, look, take a moment, you know, we all fall down, but stay down for now, stay down for a minute, take a breather, you know, restore and replenish, and then start again. We'll get one more oracle card for you before we look into the tarot. What else does pile number 2 need to know for this week beginning 23rd of June? Here we go. Balance. Yep. Restore, replenish, and look for more balance. Maybe you have been battling quite hard recently, you know, putting your all into something, being really busy, being really pushy in trying to achieve something, and maybe it didn't work out, you know, maybe all your hard work wasn't rewarded and you're feeling deflated, disappointed, yeah, just kind of generally a bit down by whatever happened. And the universe is saying to you, you know, sometimes we fall, sometimes we rise. That's the balance of the universe right now. You know, you fell, but that's okay. Take the opportunity to restore and replenish. Let's see what the tarot cards have to add. What clarifications do we need for pile number 2? What other messages do they need to know? The 2 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the 4 of Coins, and the Lovers. My goodness, what beautiful cards. So yes, the universe also wants you to know that this isn't the end, you know. You might feel knocked down right now and discouraged and defeated, but this isn't it, you know. This isn't the end of the journey. And once you have restored and replenished, you will be able to go again with confidence, enthusiasm, a sense of adventure, and this inner spirit, this inner fire that's driving you. And when you do, you will be successful in that. You know, the 10 of Cups, emotional abundance and fulfillment. You've got the Lovers twice, I would say, because the 2 of Cups is also a Lovers card. If this knockback had anything to do with a love relationship, rest assured that this is not the end. There is definitely going to be a really positive outcome in your romantic relationships. So if you had a breakup, that guy wasn't it. Something better is around the corner. If you had a big argument in your current relationship, rest assured that this is going to lead to an improvement in your relationship. Sometimes we need to have conflict. We need to have conflict to move forward. It's not a bad thing. The only card that's a little bit out of theme for me is the 4 of Coins, because that to me is someone stingy, someone that's holding back. And I would say that this is a warning to not hold back because of your negative experience. You know, don't let that knockback, that negative experience make you become stingy, whether that is in an emotional way, in a mental way, in any sort of way. Take the time to restore and replenish so you can come back 100% ready, with no regrets, with no holding back. So this is the message, make sure you're fully recovered. Take that time. Don't rush back into anything too early. Find balance, refuel your batteries, and then when you've done that, start again. And you will be successful. No doubt about it. I mean, definitely in this love element is really strong here, because this is also a loving couple and a family. So I think for some of you, this definitely relates to a romantic situation where you had a big disappointment that really, really hurt you, that really knocked you back, but you are being told, take the time to recover, lick your wounds, make sure you're fully recovered, restored and replenished, and then go again, as if nothing had happened. Don't let this impact the way you move forward. You have to be able to let it go. And that's why you need to take time to work through this, to make sure you're able to let it go. And then nothing will stand in your way to achieve the happiness that you're seeking. I hope this resonates. If it does, feel free to like, subscribe or comment. And I hope you have a wonderful, restful week, pile number 2. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3. If this is the card and or crystal that you felt drawn to, then this is going to be your reading for the week beginning 23rd of June 2025. Let's have a look at your significator card. Power of Attraction. Now, all 3 cards today in this reading, the significator card was always color coordinated with the crystal. I don't know, it never happened to me before. I'm just pointing it out. Your card is the Power of Attraction. What a stunningly beautiful card. You see a man and a woman who look lovingly into each other's eyes. So it could relate to romantic relationships, but also obviously the power of attraction is a general law of nature, whereby your energy attracts the same kind of energy. So we shall see. We need a few more cards to get clearer on what exactly the message for you is for this week beginning 23rd of June. Relationships. Wow. So straight away a spirit is saying, yep, I'm talking about relationships here, law of power of attraction. I'm talking about love here for you in this group. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So the word attracted is even in that card. So right, pile number 3, it looks like this week is going to be all about love or relationships and attracting your tribe to you. It may not just be romantic, but it's certainly relating to relationships. What other messages have we got for pile number 3? What sort of energies are we dealing with this week for pile number 3? What else do they need to know about this upcoming week beginning 23rd of June, which just so happens to be my birthday? Beauty and purity. This to me feels like that's the energy or vibration that we're talking about with this attraction. Beauty and purity. I think you are invited to send out that kind of energy this week to attract it. And purity, often purity has a bit of a kind of religious connotation. This card isn't that. It refers to the purity of snow. And to me, there is an element of clarity that comes with that. Snow amplifies noise, for example. it's clearer to hear and see in the snow as well. I mean, anything stands out in the snow. So I think you're invited to be clear on the energy you want to attract. Make sure you're giving out the signals that you want to receive this week, and to embody the beauty that you are looking for. And again, I don't think this is about physical beauty, although by all means, make yourself feel pretty. But I think this is about inner beauty. Inner beauty that you want to attract in your relationships. You need to be what you want to attract. And you need to give out clear signals. So this week, I think, be particularly aware and conscious of the energies that you are sending out, because it seems to be a very, very good week for you to manifest what you are attracting. Now let's get some tarot cards for some more clarification and further messages on this. Pile number 3. What else do we need to know? What other messages does the universe have for you for the week beginning 23rd of June 2025? And maybe one more. This one sticks out sideways. I feel like that's the one. Okay, so wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. The Page of Coins. The Knight of Wands. And the 7 of Swords. Dream big. Dream big. Do not feel like you have to play small. I think that is the other message in terms of what you want to attract. Do not minimize your options. Do not limit yourself by having doubts of what is realistic. Don't ever think about what's realistic when it comes to manifesting. Do not settle. Do not don't dream smaller than you can dream. Don't minimize your dreams. Dream big. Anything's possible. Be clear on what you want. I think this is an invitation to really set clear intentions on what you want to attract into your life. For some of you, particularly in regards to relationships. For others of you, maybe more in a general sense, if the relationship part doesn't resonate. But be clear on what you want to manifest and attract into your life. Do not play small. Do not settle. But really be honest with yourself on what you really want, and do not be scared to send that out into the universe. Do not be scared to dream big. This is the Knight of Wands. The Wands represents the fire element and inspiration. Look at his horse. He's ready to charge. He's not afraid. He knows what he wants and he's going for it. And that's what you are invited to do this week. This is a week to spend some time journaling, dreaming, manifesting, having a gratitude bath, where you're appreciating everything you have already, and from that place start dreaming and feeling what else you'd like to manifest and attract into your life. And don't skimp, don't play small, please. Be honest with yourself, admit to what you really want, and do not be scared to ask for it. Do not be scared to hold that vision in your mind, to experience what it would feel like to have what your heart really desires, and trust that if you are giving out those vibes, if you are vibrating the energy of those things that you desire, of those dreams your heart guides you towards, you will not be disappointed. You will attract those things. Quite a magical week for you. The the 23rd of June in Spain, it's Noche de San Juan, the most magical time of the year. It is a night for wish making. People jump across fires on the beach and jump waves, and it's a magical week, you know. It's midsummer, we just had the solstice. It's a great week for putting those energies out there into the universe and asking for what you want, you know, manifesting what you want, sending out the vibes to attract what you want into your life. I hope you have a magical week, pile number 3. If it resonates, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.